everyone. Now we welcome you to East Lawrence Primary. What a beautiful school you have. We're here with Miss Sherri Moorman, Principal Sherri Moorman, and you've been in the system for a few years now, right, Sherri?
Yes, I have. I've been with Lawrence County 18 years.
You have such an inviting school, and we've been into many, and all are nice and clean, it seems, and yours is especially nice. Now, how long have you been here?
I've been at East Lawrence Primary 3 years, so this will be the beginning of my 4th year here.
Wonderful.
We try to make it nice. You know, the primary school is the very first place that a child ever enters, ever goes to school. So you don't want it to be, a scary place. You want it to be a friendly, inviting place. So we try to make it light and inviting. We've got lots of artwork drawn on the walls and things to make it more kid-friendly. So
Right.
we're very proud of our building.
Well, you should be. I tell you, it's a wonderful place. And about how many students will you house? Will you
We
educate?
usually run around 700. At the end of the year last year, we were at 685. We are at 650 plus already, and kindergarten registration is not over. So I'm sure we're going to be right back up around 700 again.
Yeah, people are in already this morning, and that's what it's all about this time of year, making those parents feel comfortable, because the children are probably fine, as the parents would probably get a little apprehensive sometimes.
It's true. The beginning of school, the kids come in and they're excited and they're ready to bye mama, and take off down the hall, and then mama's the one that sits there and cries. So it takes a little while. It's a transition for mama and daddy and baby. So
Yeah. So, what about your education? Where did you grow up? Where did you go to college?
okay, I grew up right here in Lawrence County, right at the line. I started off in Johnson County, and we moved when I was in high school to Lawrence County. And so I finished up in Adrian, where I had been going to school, which is right down the road a little piece. My husband went to school here at East Lawrence, and then both of my children have gone to school here and graduated from here. So I consider myself to be a home girl. I went to Middle Georgia College for my first 2 years. I've kind of taken a tour of the state.
Yeah.
I did my bachelor's at Georgia College when it was still Georgia College.
Yeah.
I got my master's at Georgia College and State University. I got my specialist at Columbus State, and I'm almost through with my doctorate. I've got my first 3 chapters approved. I'm working on chapters 4 and 5, and that's at Valdosta State.
Wonderful. Keep up the good work. Gosh,
If it doesn't kill me first.
Well, those who have been through it can really relate to it, or have known someone close that has been through that. Education is such a challenging field. If you continue to grow and challenge yourself, as it is in any field, it's going to take effort. It's going to take some sacrifice.
Well, education is such a changing field. If there's one thing that's constant, it's change. And if you don't go to school, if you don't try to keep up with the changes that are going on, you can really find yourself kind of caught in a time warp, because as things change, you need somewhere to go to keep up with the changing the laws and the policies and the trends in education. So I find it's been very helpful to me.
Yeah, Sherri, it's obvious you want to serve the community well. You want to serve your school well.
Yes, I'm very vested in the community. Like I said, I've got 2 children that graduated from here. I have nieces and nephews that go to school here. I'm an aunt to them. I hope to have grandchildren to come through this system. So it's really important to me that the East Side schools be the very best that they can be. And at East Lawrence Primary, since we're that foundational level, we really want the kids to get what they need so that when they do move on to elementary, they're ready.
Yes. And let's talk about some success that you've had last year, the accomplishments that you had throughout the year in testing and in reaching the kids and preparing them for the next level.
We've been very pleased with our children. We were, like everyone else, we were scared with the new testing format coming in. But I think we really prepared the children well, and we've got such a great staff. Our teachers, some people say, well, you've got to be here by 7:30. I'm here every morning at 6:30. The kids don't come in until 7:30, so I have to have those few minutes to get my mind focused on the day and the task at hand.
Sure.
But I'm here at 6:30, and at 6:40, some teacher is knocking on the door saying, let me in, I got things I want to do. So I don't have to worry about the staff getting here to prepare. They're as motivated as I am to be here and to prepare.
Wonderful.
And so that speaks a lot for the staff that we have over here. They're a very caring bunch. but they've worked really hard. Our test scores have been very good. We've continued to grow since the implementation of the SLOs. We were very pleased this year that our climate star rating was a 5-star. We were the only 5-star rating in Lawrence County, so we're very proud of that. And that's a culmination of things, the how pleased parents are, how pleased the staff is, how well the students are doing academically. Just there's a whole lot of components that go into giving you that star rating. So we were very pleased with that.
Yes.
And our CCRPI score was also 95.5, which was one of the highest in the county and the state. So we were very pleased with that as well. So our kids are doing great things.
Yes, and you don't do it alone, of course. You have a lot of great teachers, as you've mentioned, but when people come in, they're going to meet your office staff, your assistant principal. Let's talk about them.
If I were to say the true leader of the building, I'd have to give the credit to Charlotte. Charlotte is the secretary that's at the front desk, and she is a true trooper, is the best way. She can handle anything that comes her way. But all the children love Charlotte. She's such a smiling person. She's very comical. She cuts up with them, and she loves them. There are a lot of children that come through our doors that need love. And so she loves on them. Miss Cutler, our other secretary, Melissa Cutler, is the same way. We have children that get off the bus and they're like, I got to go see Miss Cutler. I got to go see Miss Cutler. So the secretaries also are very vested in our children. And so we've got this whole little group that come up to see Charlotte and Melissa every morning. Miss Dean is like me. She thinks that we have the best job in the county because they get off the bus and they want a hug from us as well. They come down the hall. So I said, what kind of job could you have where you get like 500 hugs a day? Is that not a great thing?
Right, yeah.
But the kids love Miss Dean just as well. I mean, I think everybody in the school, from the custodians to the librarian to the lunchroom ladies, it's a very loving, family-oriented place. And I think because we have so many great people that do have that loving orientation is what makes it a good school.
Yeah, that's obvious. It feels so well, and such a formative year, such an important year, that welcoming, and what a wonderful campus out here at East Lawrence. It's just grown into such a beautiful place.
It is, and one thing we're very excited about is the school has not had any new playground equipment since it was built in 2003. Okay. And so we got 2 big play units, one for each playground this year, and they're very bright and colorful, primary colors, and I think the kids are really going to like those. I know they're going to be excited about those.
Such an important part of this age, isn't it? To
It
be able
is.
to get out and get some of that energy out.
They have to have a place to get the energy out, and they have to learn to socialize. A lot of children that come to school have never been around other children, and they get here and they don't know how to interact or how to play or how to share. So that's another very important aspect of what we do.
Yeah. Well, you've shared a lot with us, but I will ask you, in your years of education, is there some life lesson that you've learned in dealing with kids or possibly even other administrators or staff, some lesson that you feel like you could share with people as far as reaching young people and educating them and caring about them?
There are a lot of things that come our way. Some people think, a job makes us. Some people think money, is what makes you, or you've got to have this car or this house or whatever. But, all of those things can be taken away from you. Education is the one thing that if you possess it, if you work hard and finally possess it, it's always yours. It can never be taken away from you. And so I stress that to children even at this young age, and especially in trying to tell them and dealing with other people. They come in and they might want to tell you a story. And you say, honey, the only thing you have that's truly yours is your word. And if you give somebody your word, then it needs to be the truth. Because otherwise, what does that leave you? If you're telling stories.
Right.
And so, and some people may think that at, 4, 5, 6, and 7, they're not old enough for that, but they really are. They need to learn that the world is in front of them and we've got to get prepared.
Wonderful, Sherri. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for what you do. Sherri Moorman.